Hi everyone, welcome back to Crochet Rocks. Tracy here, and if you haven't already, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. Look, I have a pumpkin. I went to pumpkin picking yesterday with my son Paul, Victoria and Harley and Alfie, and this was my pumpkin and Paul carved it. If you can't see it too clearly, it's got this and then it's got C and R, Crochet Rocks. So yeah, he carved this one last night, so for me to put on here today. Oh wow, it was muddy. Oh boy, was it muddy. It was very muddy. I had welly boots on, you know, up to my knee, but I somehow managed to get mud splatter all the way up to my inner thigh. Bit strange. Of course, Harley fell over in it, which was funny, but you know, covered in mud. Absolutely. So yeah, this is for my pumpkin. Let's do the joke, shall we? Okay. My 9-year-old daughter asked me while I was getting ready for work, "What are you doing, Mummy?" "Putting on my wrinkle cream," she answered. "Oh, and I thought they were natural." They do say out of the mouths of babes, don't they? That gets a cheer. Anyway, oh boy, was I frazzled on the way there. I've gone about the traffic a few times, haven't I? But I left really, really early, and I did intend to go pick up some medication that the pharmacy owed me and Gary. Mine was only, I didn't really need it, to be honest. And Gary hasn't used the one they gave him, so the fact that they owed him a little bit of it, it wasn't like essential that I get it yesterday. But I thought as I'm passing, I'll pick it up. So the traffic was so bad, I thought, to heck with that, you know, I'm not going to stop again. So honestly, it was a nightmare getting off the island and getting to Sittingbourne, then getting through Sittingbourne was gridlocked, and then I just started getting going again, and going through Tenham was gridlocked. Can't go the other way because that's just ridiculous now. And everything was fine going along the Ashford Road until somebody let out a huge lorry that went 20 miles an hour. And I just kept looking at the time thinking, I'm not going to get there in time. Not going to get there in time. I did. With about 10 minutes to spare in the end. If they'd left at 1:45, which is what they said they were going to do, I wouldn't have got there on time. I got there about 10 to 12, which is ridiculous because I left at 9 something, you know, and it's only 40 minutes at the best of times. Obviously 2.5 hours at the worst. So yeah, going home was okay, not so much traffic because I went home really late, but it was raining. And so that wasn't so nice. And when you're not used to driving at night anymore, you know, you don't do it very often, the lights coming towards you were awful. Because we have right-hand drive, we kind of are right there by the oncoming lights because we drive on the left. There's always been, you know, continental driving is kind of on the eyes because you have a left-hand drive and you drive on the right. Don't see how that makes any difference. But I know on the continent, when we were, like when I was young and we used to go to France, they had yellow lights, which were meant to be kinder to the eyes. But they burned into your soul now because they're LED and they really are intense, far too bright. And I think they should be banned because they really do dazzle and hurt. And a few people, because it's country lane, don't turn off their main beams. And that really does annoy me. So I give them a real blast of mine until they do. And the other thing is, when people are driving at night, this is really one of my biggest bugs, that they're driving along and they can see the headlights are coming towards them and they're going to come round that bend, but they wait until they've turned that bend before they turn them off. So you get like a blast of it before they turn them off. Now, personally, I don't drive with my main beams on because I can see perfectly well. I don't need it ultra bright and lit up. I can see everything. So I don't bother. You know, my headlights are good enough to see the road ahead and I can see anyone coming and they're returning, and I just think, why do I need main beams? It's not black as the ace of spades, is it? So, and then you get, someone always waits to that very last minute to turn them off, so they give you a blast of them. And I feel like, so when I see car coming, they've obviously got main beams on and they're approaching my bend. I put mine on sometimes as a little reminder, I'm coming, turn yours off or I'm not, I get so mad about that, I really do. Because it just fricassees your eyeballs out. What's the point? And those LED lights, they're really intense. They kind of do burn straight into your soul. Anyway, we had a nice day and in the mud. And then we went shopping to the outlet and that was nice. Saw lots of goodies that I quite like. And I got a couple of little Christmas presents for Gary while I was there. And so nice day. Spent too much, but never mind. That's the way that's the way of the world, isn't it? So what do you think of my little pumpkin? Isn't it cute? I can only use it for a few days, obviously, but, well, and a little bit after, but yeah, quite sweet. So it's just hiding my Christmas. So we've got Halloween and Christmas all in one. Anyway, I kind of got up really late this morning. I got home fairly late anyway, but the drive always wakes me up. So I watched a bit of telly and then I found myself getting tired. So I went to bed and I thought, I'm not going to sleep now, I just feel it. And I didn't straight away. It took me ages. So I was probably awake around 2. And so consequently, I laid in a bit this morning. So I'm running late and that's why my video is late. So today, just watch out for the winners videos that I'm owed to you. And being weekends, there's not really much else. It's pouring with rain outside. It's really horrible today. Hopefully that'll stop at some point. I think Gary would like to go out. He's feeling a little bit, I won't say better, but he's moving better. Whether the painkillers have kicked in now and or it's moved to an area that's not quite so painful. But at this precise moment in time, he is moving a lot easier than he was. But he's still, uncomfortable and he still has aches, but it's not intense and he's not rolling around the floor like he was, which is obviously better. So yeah, hopefully it'll come out on its own and that he won't have to go and have anything done. So, but I made all his little pots of medication before I left, and I made his dinner and I left it in the fridge so that he was didn't have to do very much while I was out. And we kept in touch with texts. So yeah, I knew he was fine. Anyway, not much to tell you today, really. You would think, but it was just the pumpkin picking. The thing was that my Wellington boots, so rubber, those, I don't know if you got them across the pond, but the big welly boots. So anyway, they were getting heavier and heavier and heavier, and it was getting harder to move my legs because it was like walking with weights. If you having weights around your ankles, so it should have been at least a good leg workout, if nothing else, and stomach for trying to move your legs. So every time I found like a really sturdy plant, I was trying to clean my boot on it. And we were all looking out for the golden pumpkin, but we didn't find it. At one point, the wheelbarrow we had was full, chock-a-block, full of pumpkins. So what I'll do is I'll put a little picture on the thumbnail, maybe 1 or 2, and you can see the pumpkins and the pumpkin patch that we went to. I don't know if they call them pumpkin patches over here, just farms, but yeah, they probably do. It's just mud. Yeah, lots of mud. Which, was fun, but just got everywhere. I got up in my inner thigh. It was like, really? Must have been when I was trying to get the mud off my boots, perhaps. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to get off, upload this, and watch out for the winners ones, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.